Previous expansion gold farming can be quite valuable, and thus alongside skinning can be even more valuable. So today we'll be exploring the Dredged Leather farm. Let us begin. Okay, so today let's check out the Dredged Leather farm within the Vale of Eternal Blossoms. Make sure that you speak to 𝐸𝐸 to turn it back to the Ends-Off invasions, because what we'll be doing is we'll be farming in this area here for the lovely Thunder Moors. What you're going to be wanting to do is thus picking these guys up, pulling them over, and start burning them down in order to gain a decent amount of dredged leather. Make sure, however, to actually have the rank 2 and 3, or just specifically is better if you have 3, rank 3 in Bloodstained Bones and Dredged Leather. These are your keynote items. You do get a few other different types of items which we will be covering very shortly, but thus these are the ones that go for the most amount of gold overall. The things of note for this gold farm is you're going to want to pack batch these wolves, as if you pack batch them it makes it a lot more easier in order to farm. What you're going to be wanting to do is just start over here and then make your way over to the other side. I generally like to just pick up all the mobs and just patch back them this way, otherwise you will lose aggro and it will be a pain in the butt trying to actually get these mobs to pack up quite nicely in order to actually farm out in a relatively fast manner. Now, other than that, it is not too hard these days. It used to be really hard in order to kill these mobs, especially if you were under geared, but considering now we're in Dragonflight, it's kind of very bog standard and very easy in order to actually farm up because we've outscaled all of this. Just remember to actually pick up all of the mobs as and when you actually are farming them, as this can be quite an easy farm in order to do. However, I would suggest having the potion, the Dark Moon Firewater potion, as this can greatly increase your skinning speed and thus you can skin more mobs and slay more within that amount of time, giving you more gold per hour overall. But I can't stress this enough, your gold per hour will vary depending on the rank that you actually have your Bloodstained Bones and Dredged Leather, so make sure to try and have it at least rank 2. Failing that, it's not even worth it with rank 1, so just be sure to actually have your ranks with your respective characters overall. The reason in which Dredged Leather still retains a value is because of the transmog items that can be crafted from this, which were the current items of the time for Battle for Azeroth, but as such and as of late, these are now also just transmog items that still sell even well today. This is why it retains such a high value, and this is why I would recommend doing this gold farm, as it generally goes for a lot more gold than you usually would have on the other hand. However, this isn't that much of a problem, and skinning and farming these mobs is quite relatively easy overall. However, making our way into Worth It has a nice little estimation for us in the Vale of Eternal Blossoms, and also the other Dredged Leather farm within Uldum as well if you want to check that out. You can either import the route directly from Worth It and thus be able to find the exact location for this actual gold farm, or failing that you can find the importable route within my Discord under our routes library. Dredged Leather, on the other hand, this gold farm can net you around about 853 dredged leather, 347 bloodstained bones, 93 tempest hide, 81 calcified bone, and 214 questionable meat. However, questionable meat doesn't sell for a great deal, but the sell rate for it is still pretty high overall. But other than that, you're really going for your Dredged Leather and bloodstained bones, as they are the ones and keynote items that sell for the most amount of gold for your time invested. Along with that, this is the 60 days of gold farming, so please check out my game Void, which I have released on Steam. I really hope you guys love it, and I've been working on it for quite a while, so please check it out and enjoy the game overall. Other than that, guys, have a wonderful rest of the day, and I shall see you in the next video, which will be soon.